Hi everyone, I'm back again to celebrate another International Day today. The reason I share videos on National and International Day is to give you all a good content for the essay writing. Essay writing is another very important aspect to crack the Judicial Services Examination. And mostly students come and ask me, ma'am, how do we write a good essay? To write a good essay, there are two important things. First, you need to read or hear a lot of educative videos or read good educative books. And second, write a lot. So reading and writing will make you a good writer for an essay. And let me tell you, I've never seen a writer who's not scared. The scariest part is before you start writing. But once you start writing, it only gets better. So today, on 23rd of August, we celebrate the International Day for Remembrance of Slave Trade and its abolition. The transatlantic slave trade is completely different from the slave trade that existed in India and its nature. In the end of the video, I will be sharing 5 laws which abolish the slave trade in India. So, watch the video till the end. And do not forget to subscribe and share. The transatlantic slave trade is also known as Atlantic slave trade. It stands as one of the darkest chapters of human history, marked by cruelty, exploitation, and profound suffering. The trade continued for centuries. It involved the forced capture, seizing, and enslavement of millions of Africans to America and other parts of the country. The transatlantic slave trade gained momentum around 15th century when European powers established colonies in America, and for that they required cheap labor to cultivate crops. The greed for economic gain led to brutal, inhuman practices, the capturing of Africans, separating them from families, separating them from their homes, and finally subjecting them to inhuman conditions. The efforts to abolish transatlantic slave trade had already begun, but it gained momentum around 18th to 19th century. Prominent figures such as William Wilberforce in England, Frederick Douglass in US, and Toussaint Louverture in Haiti became symbols of resistance against oppression of slave trade. And finally, the British Parliament passed the Abolition of Slave Trade Act 1807, making transatlantic slave trade illegal in European Empire. So now if we talk about India, India had the different nature and different system of slave trade. In India, a person could become a slave either by being captured in warfare or because of debt or inheritance. I will be sharing 5 laws on abolition of slave trade from India. First, Indian Slavery Act 1843. Second, Bonded Labor System Abolition Act 1976. Third, the Child Labor Prohibition and Regulation Act 1986. Fourth, Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes Prevention of Atrocities Act 1989. And fifth, the Immoral Traffic Prevention Act 1956.